All right. Thank you so much. Of course, back at the communication center, Paul, I was just getting in tune with the environment here. That's why I was caught a little bit off guard, but it's all right. This morning, I did things a little bit differently. We are live and coming to you direct here along Naivasha, where we are talking about all construction. And as you can see, Tuko Juu, we're actually on the top floor of the, as you can see, are working here. Ensure that things are in check. You can see they're mixing something there. We'll get to know exactly what that is all about. The building blocks are here. About all things construction. We want to find out what they're doing, how through all of that, and invite you to send your questions and your comments to use. The construction business, how many people it employs, for example. Find out.
Thank you very much indeed, Willis. I'm getting you loud and clear from the rooftop Puko Sitco upper ground Chini, and today we just want to take you through the process of constructing some of these houses and structures that normally define our skyline. And I am joined here by one of the men who are involved in this particular project located here along Naivasha Road. Gentlemen, if you can just start by introducing yourself and the role that you play as far as this project goes.
Thank you. My name is Jeff Mutinda. I'm from Portcom Holding. The sales and marketing manager.
Okay, yeah. And right here we can see there is what, for lack of a better word, I met as an architectural impression of what this project is all about.
Exactly.
Perhaps is this what eventually will come out of this project?
Yeah, this is the design that will be coming out once the project is complete. This is once the architecture designs and gives us the design. Now this is the structure that is designed so that we can have a sample of exactly what will be coming to happen once the building is complete.
Is it always a rule of thumb that we must have these designs and actually almost looking real whenever we have a project going on before we start construction?
Exactly, that should always be the case. Yeah, so because even when on construction, some people can come in and make their purchases. So they need to see exactly what will be coming, the final product of the project.
Okay, right here, everything is just like thrown all over. We have ballast there, stones, we have machines working. But if we look at this particular impression, it looks, it's attractive.
Yep.
It's appealing to the eye. Perhaps just take us through these spaces and show us on the building what will be where.
Yeah, exactly. Now, from where we're standing, we're at the parking lot. But now the entrance is on this side. This is where you get into the project. This is along Naivasha Road. So on the upper side, you are going to Nakumatt Junction. On the lower side, you are going to Kawangware along Naivasha Road. So the entrance is on that side. You come in on this side. Then where we're standing is where we're having the parking lot. We have the upper building on this side, the lower on the other side, and then we have the middle one.
Okay.
The building is, these are 6 of them. These are 6 of them, the stories, and then the last one will be having 5.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, we will delve deeper into that later on in the program. But right now, let us go see what Willis is doing up there so that we can take you through the process of constructing and all the personnels that are involved, from the fundis to Watu wa Mkono, those are the spanner boys, to what we met as foremen, project supervisors and everything of that sort, so that we can actually understand what this is all about. Okay, and so this is one of the mixing machines. It's quite very instrumental. It's here that the ballast that we need is normally mixed together with the cement and all the other sand and materials that are normally needed in the construction process. And those men that you can see there are what are normally called Watu wa Mkono. They come here and what they do is just mix it. We will be talking to one of them just to get to understand what is going on and normally what this particular exercise entails. Niaje mheshimiwa?
Salama sana.
Uko poa?
Safi kabisa.
Safi, naona unachapa wera kweli kweli.
Niko kazi ile mbaya sana.
So hapa wewe ndio kazi yako ni nini kwa huu mtambo?
Mimi ni operator na kumake sure kila kitu iko sawa. Yeah.
Okay. Na hii mashini nini yao ufanya? Watu kuja kwa mjengo wanaona tu vitu zikiwekwa ndani, ni nini huwa inafanya hii machine?
Hii machine huwa inatusaidia upande wa kazi, inakuwa rahisi kuliko kubeba mchanga tunaenda korogea juu. Huwa tunabeba mchanga tunakorogea hapa, alafu tunabeba juu kwa fundi, alafu hapo sasa ni kumwekea tu maji na anaendelea na kazi kawaida.
Yeah. Okay, na ina need watu wangapi hivi?
Hivi kama kwa mchanga na need tu watu 4 ama 5. Mimi hapa kama operator, alafu nakata simiti na kuweka ndani, wale wengine ni kuleta mchanga tukimix.
Yeah. Alafu once iko ready na mwagwa chini.
Na mwaga chini, alafu tunaanza kubeba kwa pamoja tupereka juu.
Okay, sasa hivi unawaki na watu wangapi?
Hivi tuko watu 5 pamoja na mimi operator. Hao ni 4, mimi operator mtu 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na leo mnataka target ni nini? Mko na target ya kuchapa wera?
Target tuko nayo kuchapa wera kwa sababu fundi hapo ametoa target yake afikishe mawe yake kawaida target. That's why tutaki akose chochote. Yeah.
Unajivunia hii job?
Kabisa. Yeah.
Kwa nini?
Kwanza imelea familia yangu na kwanza najivunia kwa Vodacom kwa sababu imenisaidia sana. Mpaka yani kazi ikosekani, kila time naitiwa kazi na chapa wera kama kawaida. Yeah.
Umesikia huyo ni mjeshi hapa hivi anasema anajivunia kazi yake kwa minajili ya kumsaidia kulea jamii. Now I will toss you to Willis, who's up there, so that he can tell us what he's doing up there and the kind of people that he is interacting with. Willis, over to you.
Asante sana Patrick Gunza pale Kochini. We're taking it up since we're up top here, and we are continuing to talk to the people of all this. Let's take a peep at what's happening. So that's where Patrick was, and as you can see there, they're doing the construction, and he's given us an example of what happens down there. But I want to find out right after that what happens here. And so what we're going to do now is talk to a gentleman here who will allow him to introduce himself.
Okay, my name is Samuel Ngogi. I'm the project manager at Groove Park Limited. Basically, what happens after the mixing, it is brought up to the roof, the concrete of the columns. We start with the columns. After the columns, we take it to the masonry walls. At the masonry walls, we do the mortar. After we are done with the masonry walls, we go to the formwork of the slab. Yeah.
So like here, what's happening here? There's a lot of tuseme mchanga mtu wa kawaida kama mimi. Nini happen hapa? What's going on?
What's going on here? Yeah, it's the mortar that is being mixed. To help with the construction of the masonry walls, the bonding of the masonry walls. Yeah. Okay. So this one, yeah. Or just generally. Yeah. Okay.
Right, then from here, what happens next? From all this is now done, they are continuing to build everything. What happens next here?
After we are done with the masonry walls, we go to the formwork of the slab. After the formwork of the slab that is done, that's when the casting of the floor is done. Yeah.
So now we are at what stage? Like if we take a look at this, is what stage?
Okay, at this stage we are at the construction of the walls. Yeah.
So that's what he's doing here. Alright, if you take a peek here, naona kuna kitu tulifundishwa, niliona akiangusha plumb line. Ilikuwa inaitwa plumb line. Plumb bob. At Kafiro. Alright, so what's its use? Kuna wengine wanashangaa hii nini? What's the use of this? Hii unatumia kufanya nayo nini?
Hii natumia kuweka hivyo na kabiru kusimamisha msingi wa mawe ukuta. Ikae straight. Yeah.
Asante. Sasa wewe tutakuacha uendelee na kazi. Yegu naona umepanda haraka sana. Kijana chipukizi ambaye anajiweza.
Yes, to learn skills kiasi. Juu kila mtu anataka kujiwekea nyumba mahali. So if you don't know the basics, unaweza ukanyoroshwa. Ama boy sometimes kiwa anapanga wajanja kivyake. Lakini unaweza kaambia tu audience in case wanataka kujoin in the conversation.
Yes.
Zile anwani.
Anwani ni 22422. That's 2242 if you want to send in an SMS with the questions, views and comments. I know the aim of this show is to also help you to understand this business, to expand also your thinking so that you can join it as well. And so you have some questions for the experts here, well and good, and we'll also take you through the process. And also on hashtag Power Breakfast, that is on Twitter. Join in the conversation there as well. The hashtag as always is Power Breakfast. Sasa basi tuendelee. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa kuna pale construction and all these columns, the engineer pia hapa hivi. Tuende tu hapa tueleze pole kidogo.
Atuambie pia kama mambo ya mawe ina involve engineering na vitu kaa hizo.
Yes, I'm not sure if the light will be okay, but it's going too far. Ukaribie tu hapa.
Bwana engineer.
Yes. Kamera itaweza kushika. So kwanza kabisa introduce yourself and then tell us exactly whenever tunaona hizi columns tunachangaa hizi ni nini. So just introduce yourself alafu tueleze.
I'm Engineer Gatune and my job is to have been involved by the proprietor to bring professionalism so that all his properties are safe for occupation by whoever is buying the property. Yes, so my main job is to instill professionalism for structural engineering so that the building is safe and stable for human occupation. Yes.
So what are these like when people see this all the time when we're seeing buildings coming up, we see all these things sticking up? What are they?
Yes, what happens, first of all, we depend on drawings which have been designed by engineers like me, and then we have to convert the drawings into the real structure. So you can see in the drawings, in any building, the columns, we have the beams, we have the slab, and these columns have reinforcement, and then as you can see, they have to be a certain number so that they can take the loading of the total loading. So my main job is to see that the columns are the right size, the right reinforcement, because some people come and confuse. They will even put less reinforcement than what has been recommended by the engineer. So mine is to ensure that there is professionalism done as per the design of the building.
So these metals, you said, these are the columns or the reinforcements?
This is the column of the concrete. And then you can see there's some bars there, chuma, like this one Y16. We could have even put Y20, but the design is now showing Y16. But you cannot put Y12 because Y12 will be weaker. Are we together? Yes, so we do what we call economical design, so that there is the safety of the building and also there is no unnecessary money. Because some clients put a lot of chuma, a lot of money, but it's not, of course it's safe, but it's unnecessary. Others are reinforced, and that's why buildings are collapsing in our country.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So when a building has collapsed, what normally is the problem in your estimation?
The major problem for building to collapse is either the contractor, by some bad thinking, he tends to even to do some what we call lowering the quality. For example, he may bring the sand which is very dirty. That will not allow cement to board. He may add the reinforcement. He will bring now the one which is not required. Also, a very important area is what we call water cement ratio. If you don't put, even if you put a lot of reinforcement and you don't put enough water cement, the aggregates cannot bring a strong structure. So one of the conditions, or one of the reasons as to why the buildings are collapsing is poor workmanship, poor quality materials. Putting what is not recommended by the engineer, and then you don't even do what. For example, now, even if you put all this material, you don't put enough water curing. You have seen after construction, you must continue pouring water for about 20 days. So you have to keep on doing that.
Sorry, naona ameonekana kwa TV kidogo, watu wanapigia simu, tafadhali muhurumie, wacha amalize kuongea na mimi. So unaweza mpigia baadaye. All right. So as he puts it off, I'll remind you again, 22422. Those are the only channels of communication. 2242 and hashtag for our breakfast. All right. Yes, you're saying.
I was saying one of the problems which is causing a lot of building collapsing is using poor quality materials in form of aggregates. Also, you don't put enough water cement ratio, the right quality of the cement. Also, you don't know what to call curing. Curing means after you mix your concrete, you must continue pouring water so that the cement hydrates. It's a reaction. For example, now, if you have the sand, the ballast, and the cement, without enough water, it cannot bring a good board. That's why we call it curing, adding more water for a number of days, up to 30 days, until the concrete matures. Yes.
Right. And so normally a building of this size, and you've seen it, the number of floors, how long will it take, like from the beginning to the end? When does your work stop?
My work stops up to, for example now, for every floor, I must come and see that reinforcement have been put as per the drawings. And I also have to come when they are doing concreting, because mixing like the way we have seen, they not put the right ratio. I must confirm. So in other words, for example now, the floor is about 10 floors. It means now I have to come there until until the roofing is done. But the other job like paint work, grazing, that is not the structural part of it. That one we can leave to other people. But for the structural, I have to be there until the building is roofed.
So this is the what floor we are on, the 10th?
We are now in the 4th floor.
4th floor. So it still has a few.
I think we are going 6 floors. So we have another 2 floors to go. Yes.
All right, so there you have it. The engineer is explaining to us. So next time ukiona chumba kama hizi, at least utajua ni nini. Tunataka kuvuka pale. Sijui kwanza amepotea wapi. Nilikuwa nataka engage kidogo, lakini kidogo ame.
Thank you very much, Willis. From the engineer, now we come to people
okay.
Actually who do the building.
Mheshimiwa ako pale, basi wacha turushie Igunza aongee kidogo.
Mia moja.
Cost 100 ama mawe 100?
Mawe 100. Yeah.
Okay. Na kila siku ukikuja kwa job wako huwa inaanza aje ndiposa mpaka uanze kuwekelea mawe juu ya nyingine?
Tunaingia asubuhi mapema kitu 7 kamili, tunaenda Baret. Kazi tunaanza saa 1:30. Baada ya kuomba tunajiset kwa kazi.
Okay. Wewe umekuwa kwa fundi wa kujenga kwa miaka mingapi?
Mwaka mmoja.
Mwaka mmoja. Na ulianza kama fundi ama ulianza kama mtu wa mkono ama vipi? Tuelezee kidogo kwa urefu.
Nilianza kama mtu wa mkono.
Alafu
nikapata experience kiasi. Nikapromotiwa kidogo.
Okay.
Wakati ilifika wakiona kazi yangu iko poa, kaniambia nifanye kazi ya ufundi.
Okay, na lengo lako ni nini? Unataka kuendelea kuchapa tu kazi ya ufundi ama venye ulitoka kwa kazi ya mkono kwa kuja kwa fundi pia uko na lengo lingine kupanda?
Yeah, I should aim high. Lazima niendelee kuwa paka hiyo nini ya uforeman.
Unataka kuwa foreman? Hebu tuchape wera kwanza tuone venye unafanyanga mambo yako ndio tuone inakuwa vipi. If you are joining us right now, we are on All Matters Construction, basically taking you through the entire process of putting up a structure from the designs to when the plans are put on paper to when the groundbreaking takes place and when the fundis actually embark on the building itself to when the structure will be up. Willis is on the other side and I wonder who is talking to currently as my cameraman continues to take shots of this fundi actually doing what he does best. I will try and look out for Willis and see the next guest.
Yes, mimi niko hapa over here Igunza. Unajua katika construction pia kuna kitu ambayo inakuwa muhimu sana.
Na hii ndio ile
ulisema unaenda kuja nikutafuta. Wewe ungekaa place nilikuwa. All right, so what we're trying to do here is also to find out how many people, businesses continue to grow and come as a result of the various construction sites that we have here. And we have hapa hivi kuna very integral part, manake mtu asipokula siatanguka jameni. So tunataka hapo tuongee na mama hapa ametuletea chai na pia tutaonja chai na chapati and all that. So pengine utatueleza hii biashara ulianzia. Koja tusimame hapa hivi. So utueleze, tuangalie pale kwa kamera pale. Sasa tueleze ulianza lini hii biashara na ni hapa tu ndo unafanyanga ama pale nyingine pia?
Nimeshafanya pale pengine lakini hapa site wakianza nilianza nao.
So ulianza nao hapa.
Lakini nimefanya kwingine.
So kwa kawaida huwa unawaletea nini?
Na wapikia chapo, kuna chakula kingine saa 7 lakini ni breakfast.
So breakfast ni chapo,
mandazi, uji.
Na lunch time
kuna ugali, kuna sukuma, cabbage, mchere.
Ala, ni mix maalum. Na pia hakuna githeri.
Sitaanza kupika githeri.
Na so wanakaanga hapa kutoka hapa saa ngapi?
Allowed 4.
Na hiyo 4 pia unapatianga ya mwisho, sasa chai ya mwisho ndio wewe.
Ukikunywa saa 7
unaanza enough. Okay. Alafu sasa huwa kama hii unauzanga aje? Chai na tuseme tukitaka kununua hapa chai na chapo.
Kuna ya 20, kuna 15 na chapo 10, mandazi 5.
Na ungesema hii biashara inakupeleka vipi?
Uko poa. Inanisaidia kusomesha watoto wangu na mimi mwenyewe kibinafsi kwa maisha yangu.
So unapata ka profit yake na unaendelea hivyo. Sasa lazima pia tuonje.
Kuonja ni lazima ili for breakfast. Na najua venye sisi tunafanya.
Tutakuruhusu utumwagie hapo.
Atatumwagia. Lakini kuna aspect moja Willis kwa mambo ya mjengo. Pia mimi nilaicha hapa hii wera.
Siku gani?
Mzito watu kutoka mbali. So kuna ile aspect unapata kuna kakitabu watu waandikiwa mama. Na unajua labda utuelezee tu hii kitabu inakuangalia nini na huu una deal na hawa watu kivipi?
Lazima unajua huwezi remember from Monday to Friday, lazima uandike juu huwezi remember kenye mtu amekula. So inakuwa ka summary then we like
lakini hiyo ni kusema kuwa people who are walipi cash ukiserve watu
kilipwa na mimi wananilipa per week. So wanakujanga tu na supply kiroma for like 1 week alafu after 1 week ndio unalipwa. Okay. Tuweke hii kiroma tusikie ka inaweza pia. Hii ni power breakfast.
Yes, breakfast your power. So yes, as she goes on there, we will continue to remind, as Jegus gets his, the English would call it his pot of tea. As he gets his pot of tea, hata mimi nimechukua kikombe hapa. We'll remind you, of course, you can keep talking to us and asking your questions, your comments, your suggestions on, I'm seeing some of them on hashtag power breakfast.
Yeah.
Na ni moto. Pagwa.
Safi. Okay, Willis, I think what I'm enjoying is the fact that besides the construction bit of it, there's lots of opportunities that are rising in terms of employment amongst, those people who are involved in this putting up of this particular structure. And perhaps we will engage him just to find out, when it comes to offering employment opportunities, especially to the younger generation, how far does it go? Perhaps how many people, on an estimate, might you say, are working on this particular project? So
yes, and we'll also allow you to
introduce yourself first.
Introduce yourself as well.
Okay, mimi naitwa Simon Ngugi Muigai, director Fortcom Holding Limited na pia director Rhino Contractors. Ingawaji hapa we have contracted to another company to do the construction, and I'm also the developer of this project as Fortcom Holding. And we are employing directly we are employing over 60 people. This is our daily workers, casual workers. But you realize there are also other indirect employees where we have the suppliers, we have the engineers, consultants, we have the legal team because we are doing for sale units. They are all suppliers of material, hardwares, cement, that kind of stuff. So they are all benefiting from this project. Pia wale wanatupikia chai hapa hivi. Maaskari wako hapa, cleaners, there are so many people. Nairobi Water is here, Kenya Power is here, so nearly everyone, the citizen is here. There are so many people that are.
So the general, like in the building, because you, of course, you've been around for a while, construction and everything. How is doing business now in terms of putting up a building like this?
It's a challenge because the labor is scarce. Everyone is building, and the labor is becoming expensive daily. The laborers are not well trained. You have to hustle a lot for you to get quality fundis. It's a challenge. Plus, also the cost of material is so high. The regulations, the legal regulations are so high. Like approval of this project, I've paid City Council over 3 million shillings. The NEMA is there. The NCA is there. There are so many challenges that come to the developer when you come up with this kind of construction. Yeah.
What do people need to know? Do they just say, okay, nimepata kaplot, nataka kujenga? What are some of the things that they need to know while they are putting up some of these structures?
There are so many challenges where you have to know about who your team is. You must have proper engineers, proper architects, proper advisors, proper project managers. You must have experienced team to manage this kind of project. Otherwise, you will land into problems. Yes.
What about the materials? I remember some time back the discussion was about the materials that are being used as well. What would be your comment? Because there are so many new kind of materials coming up. What would be your comment in the materials required for such?
The materials, we are still using the old type of materials. The new technology we have not embraced 100%. We are actually doing with the 30%, not 30%, like 10%, because the uptake is still very low. Because the difference in cost is actually less than 30%. So that one cannot be actually be accepted by the market. So we are still using the old technology because of the cost of the new technology. Yeah.
And then again, of course we'll keep engaging, but the question most people ask is, okay, so if I have money, do I buy in a mortgage plan? What do I do?
If you are looking for a home, it's good to buy apartments like this. If you are looking for investment, this is the wrong place to be. You better go in the low market and build rental. Yeah. Yeah, so if you are looking for a home, this is a way to go. Come by at 15 million, you have your home, you'll start off your life. But if you are looking for your second home for investment purposes, when you come to our office, we can advise you on the best options than this. Yeah, because this one has a return of less than 0.5%. 0.05%. Rental has almost over 2% per month. So you see, this one in the rental purposes, I would discourage. Yes.
All right, of course we'll continue Bwana Ngugi here. Na mandazi pia tutakula. Unajua pia ni vile nimeshika vitu mingi. So fanya hivi, wacha tukupatie hapo Igunza, tumerushie pali yuko akosama kwa hii building. Nipatie mandazi ama chapo ndo ninganganange nayo hapa. Niweke mic chini kidogo.
One of the rooms that slowly becoming what it is meant to be, and I'm joined by a lady here who will just tell us her name and the role that she is playing in this project.
Okay, my name is Rhoda Ongai and I'm an electrician. Yes.
Hold your mic properly. And being an electrician, what does your role entail actually in this project?
Oh, my role is to ensure that all the rooms by the end of the project that they are well electrically wired. Yes.
Okay. Now, so when you want to fix, easy to dot non ni kazi yako?
Yeah, together with another group. Where, we do it. We are called Alka. Yes, we are the one who fix this. Yes.
Okay. And how difficult or how easy is it for you when you are given a project like this and you're told that we need electricity supply throughout these rooms?
Actually, it is not that difficult. Yeah, it is very not that difficult. It is very simple. We just have to come and see what they want us to do, and then we do it.
Does it reach a point where sometimes you fixed your wires, you've done the connection, and then you realize that perhaps something went wrong and you have to start all over again? How do you normally handle such a situation?
So we don't allow that situation to actually happen, because I don't know how we can solve. But before all that happens, we do process by process so that we don't reach to such a point. Yes, like we have to first lay the conduit, ensure that they are not broken, ensure that before they do the plaster, we have done everything. Yes.
Okay, and you are a lady, allow me to refer to you as such, and this is a male-dominated sector when it comes to matters construction. How does it make you feel working alongside male colleagues and men, and yet you stand out as a lady?
Yeah, that question is inaulizangwa sana, but I don't know, I just love working with them. It's a passion that I have. Yes. I feel proud, actually. Yes, very proud.
Yeah, because women might be watching and they are wondering, Allah, kumbe it's possible. What might you want to tell the ladies who are out there, perhaps who are yet to decide what they want to do, and they might be having a passion in matters construction?
What I'll tell them is that what men can do, women can do better than men.
Okay, I will reserve my comment when it comes to that particular statement, that what men do, women can do better. And so this is just a section of this particular property that's gradually coming into shape. We will take you through the other sections that are already fitted with even the cabinetry and all the other aspects that will be defining this particular project. But I will toss it again to Willis and see what he has in stock for us from the rooftop.
All right, there you go. Asante sana Igunza. Tuko hapa sasa, tunataka kujua what's happening here. I put my tea aside for a while. Pia unazoonyesha kwamba nimeweka chai kando. Iko hapa chai yangu, haitaki kusumbuliwa. Iko hapa, nikimaliza nayo. All right, so we want to find out more of what goes on here. So this is just building. You know, we also try, like was said, there's a lot of employment opportunities or other people who are working here, and we want to talk to one of them. So utatueleza tu jina yako kwanza na ni nini haswa unafanya hapa?
Mimi ni fundi na naitwa Emmanuel Kaesa. Tunajenga nyumba hii.
So Emmanuel, ni nyumba yako kwanza au mko ukijenga for a long time?
Tunajenga ya Mr. Ngugi. Ndio ametuajiri, ndio tunajenga.
Na ungesema kwamba kupata kama hii ya kujenga inakuwa ngumu ama ni rahisi, ama pia lazima kuwe na kaujuzi fulani?
Ni ngumu sana. Juu tunapata kwa muda, inaisha kwa muda. Sababu kujenga mawe ni siku kidogo, sio siku mingi ya mfululizo.
So ukishamaliza hapa unaendaje?
Inasimama kidogo, tunangoja wakoroge ndio turudi tena.
Tuseme kwa jumla unaweza kaa kama how many days ama months ya kila siku?
Ikienda sana ni kama wiki 2 ndio nyumba moja inaisha. After that tunangoja.
Na sasa ungeambia, kuna watu wanasemanga para pengine unapata unalipwa kwa siku ama unalipwa after hizo 2 weeks ama unalipaje?
Tunalipa kiwiki.
Sorry?
After week.
After 1 week. Na unaona hiyo ni inatosha kusave na kufanya vitu vingine ama ya kusukuma tu maisha?
Hiyo ni kusukuma tu maisha. Hiyo haiwezi save kitu. Juu kama mimi niko na watu hapa, sasa nikipata weekend inaishia tu kwa budget na nyumba.
Sasa ungependa pengine kuna nini ungependa uone ibadilike kwa mambo kama haya?
Ikienda kama mfululizo ndio mzuri. Ndio tunaweza pata hata pesa ya nyumba, unaweza pata hapo, unaweza save kia kitu hivi.
Alright, so there you have it, just comments and thoughts from some of the people who are working here, and of course there have been a lot of comments also on social media, and I want to just take a few of them and read a sample of them. We see here Bisieri Mary saying sasa sasa hapo mambo ya mlo chapati choma ndio zako, na Patrick Kigunza usingie kwa hiyo ligi ya mankuli, unaona nimemfukuza. Then somebody else is saying here ni venye hata kazi ya mjengo inahitaji barua ya mzazi, so only job ni kujiekea. Okay, hiyo sitasema, but that is at MC Sedi. Then you also have at Kitui Amo saying I did mjengo after high school, 400 per day. And then you have Kate Muhiha, he says saying what am I doing here, you're calling this a white apron. Ni sawa tu pia ukiendelea kuongea hivyo. So keep talking to us and asking your questions, sharing your views in the comments. The hashtag to use will be Power Breakfast, that is if you're on Twitter, and also at Citizen TV Kenya, at Uli Saburu, at Kiriko Ngaro, at Patrick Kigunza, and 22422 is the SMS number. So for now we have to go back to Patrick Kigunza, and then we'll be back again.
So thank you once again. We have spoken to the engineer, to the foreman, to the fundis, to the guys who do the mixing of all the ingredients, for lack of a better word, that go into the construction of these kind of structures. And right now, I'm standing alongside a very important person when it comes to matters built environment. He will introduce himself, but I will alert you that he's a plumber. Gentlemen, yes. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Perhaps just tell us your name first and what you do here.
I'm Mr. Owen Kenywa. I'm the senior plumber here. I'm the one who takes care of the foodies, seeing everything is going fluently. That is my main work.
Okay.
Here.
And when we see a building looking like this, it's not like what we've seen upstairs. This is almost complete. Is your work done here, or are you yet to even begin?
Not yet. Just we start with piping first. That's what we call points. Then we come to pipes. Then after pipes, this is the time when we do what we call fitting. Like the way you can see here, there is remaining what we call fitting for the basins and so forth.
Okay, so this is almost done. Rashid, if you can just try and pan towards this particular direction. What's remaining here is just to fit the tubs.
To put the tubs, and there are some dovey sinks here. Yeah, there are some dovey sinks, tubs. Then we do the finishing.
Okay, at what stage will you say your work is done as a plumber?
I think I'm the last person here. Because I'm the one who will fit everything after the tiles are done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir,
okay, thank you very
for joining us. What we will now do, we will go into other rooms that are fixed with, as I indicated before, like if you can see here, these are shelves. I think this is a kitchen, if I'm not wrong. That's almost taking the shape that it requires to. And other rooms also have other features that are already fitted. We will just go and see, and we will have someone who will take us through that particular process so that we can try and see the difference from where Willis began from at the rooftop, where they were basically laying the stones, to now this particular area where everything is almost done. Thank you once again for joining us. Perhaps if you can just show us which room is almost done.
Welcome. This is now the sitting room, and if you check on the other side is the dining room. If you check, the sitting is almost done. On the other side we have the dining room and then the kitchen. We start from the DSQ, which is at the door, at the entrance. Then you come to where the dining room is and the sitting room. Then this is where the kitchen is. From the kitchen you go to the first washroom, which is on my right, and then as you're getting in, there is the first bedroom and then the second bedroom. They are next to each other. Then as you move in, now we have the second washroom, which is on this side. It's almost done. Here we have the first bedroom and the second bedroom.
Okay. For this project, how long has it taken you to be at this particular stage, almost doing the final touches?
We've taken about 6 months, and to complete the first room, that is, this will be the showroom at the moment, that people can come in and exactly understand what we are doing here. So we are almost now finishing, and as you can check, now to the far end of my right is the master bedroom. Now I can welcome you in, maybe be able to see it.
And when it comes to construction, what can you say is the most challenging aspect of it?
Sometimes you find some people want to supply some goods that we reject, and as Fortcom Holdings, we assure our clients that the materials that come in, though some people want to supply materials which are not good, but we counter-check them and we get the correct materials for this construction.
Okay, so you might say that perhaps the greatest mistake most developers do is to compromise on the quality of materials that go into the putting up of their structures.
Yeah, but if you get the correct materials, the best quality, you get the best structures.
So how many more days before you can say these particular structures are ready for occupation?
We are giving within the next 3 to 4 months, because we wanted people to start buying off plant, because that is the best option that you can have. Then we'll be having even an open day. People can come and check whatever products that you're having. From there now, we'll be giving them the timeline that they'll be finishing their payment, and then they have their houses ready.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Willis, if you can hear me, take it away. I will be joining you shortly as we just plan to wind up this particular edition of our Power Breakfast.
Thank you.
All right, yes, there you have it, showing goods that they're showing in the sample house, and we really appreciate all the feedback and everything and